Hi, my name is Jennifer Kane, and I'm the 9th and 12th grade English literature teacher at the Neighborhood Academy. Today, we're going to be talking a bit about the distance learning experience for me as a teacher. And I'm really excited to share that one of my students is going to be coming on, and we're going to be talking with her a little bit about what 9th grade English has been like, and she's going to share some of her original writing with us. So that's really exciting. So, distance learning. Many teachers around the country are figuring out how to teach from afar, and the Neighborhood Academy hasn't been any different. Certainly for me as a teacher, this has been a time of growth. There are a lot of technological resources that I've been aware of, and some that I haven't even been aware of, that I've gotten the chance to try out and use with the students. Sometimes it's worked really well, sometimes we've run into glitches, but either way, it's really been a wonderful way to creatively engage with the students. Some of the other video bloggers have been speaking about Edpuzzle, which is a really great way to post a question, and then students can record 30-second videos where they can respond to the question. They also can respond to one another, which is a great tool as well. So I've really become aware of resources that I really hope to use even beyond this distance learning time. Resources that students can use to highly engage with material with their homes and with their technology. Something else that's been really fun to develop with the distance learning plan is just thinking about the curriculum. So in the classes, we were starting a new term, so that was a chance to focus on different aspects of literature. So my plan going into the 12th grade class was to focus on world literature, and I've continued with that plan. I think now more than ever, we need to continue to think about having a global focus and thinking about how histories and cultures affect writing, but also thinking about shared lived experiences we can share with one another. And so students have really been able to think about that. They've been able to think about how the context of being a South African would affect writing. They've gotten to think about what it might feel like to be experiencing this pandemic in other parts of the world, or maybe as a different race than who they are. So it's been a really great way for the students to be thinking differently about the world around them and to connect with that world in different ways. The 9th grade class, we've taken a similar approach as well, thinking about how the history and culture of a time period would affect the literature. So one of the assignments the students got really excited about in their writing was the Harlem Renaissance. So we looked at some Harlem Renaissance poetry, and I even had a creative assignment where students could think about how they would respond to a Harlem Renaissance poet today. So Laila, who'll be in this video in a little while, will be sharing her writing from that unit. So overall, really what's been the joy in distance learning has been the students. So the day-to-day work really is with them. I was just really blown away. Even the first week of office hours, I had students stop by just to say hello, just to check to see how I was doing. And that's really meaningful. The Neighborhood Academy is a close-knit community, and certainly that's been showing itself to be true, even in this distance learning model. So yeah, it's been a time of growth for me as a teacher. The students have been highly engaged, and it's really reading their work, reading their responses, that has really been a joy in my day. And it really has made the hours of grading that's a part of this definitely worth it. It's really a joy to see them continue to get to grow and learn and use the tools that they've achieved this year in their classes and even and beyond to do the work. So really proud of them, really grateful to work with colleagues who are willing to share resources, share different ways of doing things, and that's been a real joy as well. So that's distance learning at the Neighborhood Academy. And now I'm going to turn it over to Laila and I talking a little bit about English class. Hi, Laila. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ms. Jen. It is so good to see you.
So good to see you as well. So today on this short interview, we're just going to be talking about your experiences with distance learning. So my first question for you is just, how is distance learning going?
So it is a bit of a change. Having to stay in the house like throughout the whole week, not being able to go to school and go do things that I actually want to do. It is very different. So
yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, it's definitely different. So in English class, we've been reading a lot of different texts, and we've been writing a bit too. What are some of the things that you've been enjoying in English class within the distance learning curriculum?
So within this distance learning curriculum, I personally have enjoyed the poetry that we have did. I want to say we did it about 2 weeks ago, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that was something like I really enjoyed.
Happy to hear it. Yeah, I liked a lot of those poems as well. So with that assignment, I had you read some poetry, and then I had you what I called a talk back. You talk back to a poem. So can you tell us a little bit about the poem that you talk back to? And then you said that you'd be willing to read some of it for us, which is fantastic. So yeah, first talk to us a little bit about the poem you talk back to.
Okay, so the poem that I had talked back to was called Let America Be America Again by Langston Hughes. And the way the poem was written, like, I just felt like it was still true. And like, because I wasn't born back then, I don't like really know much. I can only go based off of like what teachers told me and what I research and stuff. And so allowing myself to read what was happening back then in America, like I kind of want to like create like a new version, like a part 2 of what Langston Hughes had created. And I think it turned out pretty good.
I think it turned out fantastic. So you're going to read a bit of it for us, because the poem is pretty long, and you wrote about the same length back. So you're going to read just a short excerpt of that for us. So you can go ahead and start whenever you're ready. Thanks so much for sharing it with us.
My parents always told me everything is just a repeated cycle. 2020 was the beginning of a new cycle. 2020 was the beginning of a new decade, but was it also the start of this new cycle? Is it putting us in danger like it was back then? Or is it just a test while being put through again? Oh well, forget it. Because I am a young Black girl in America, my voice will never be heard because of the way I'm viewed by America. Maybe we should just let America be America again. We should let it be the way outsiders dream of it to be. We should stop letting the cycle continue and break this chain. We should allow America to really be the homeland of the free.
Fantastic. Oh, I really enjoyed that poem so much. And I loved how Langston Hughes was thinking about it as an adult Black man, and you're thinking about it from your position of being a young woman. And I think it's great. And I really appreciate you sharing it with us. It's a bit nerve-wracking to share your writing with more than just your teacher. So I really appreciate it. Well, Laila, you've really put in some great work during this distance learning time, and just really grateful for that. It was really good to talk to you today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for being with us.
You're welcome, and same to you.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah.